Hey, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. Hope you're having a great May. Friday, May 17th, coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The past couple days, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was at a high-level rivals meeting, and it was great to rub some elbows with fellow rivals publishers, some of the best in the business, and came back with some great ideas, came back energized, and went to a baseball game actually on Wednesday night at the new SunTrust Park. You guys been to it, by the way? Beautiful facilities. It's like a brave city that they built out in Cobb County. I thought it was amazing, and definitely if you're in the Atlanta area, you should definitely go check it out. We've been running a 19 for 19 on BamaInsider.com. What is a 19 for 19? Well, we're asking 19 hard-hitting questions going into the 2019 season. We've already talked about, can anything slow down Nick Saban? Is it going to be the transfer portal? Is it going to be assistant coaches leaving? Is it going to be Dabo Swinney? You can watch that video on our YouTube channel, or you can go read the article on BamaInsider.com. We also asked, who's going to be next at quarterback for Alabama when you look down the future? Is it going to be Taulia Tagovailoa? Is it going to be Paul Tyson? And how is Alabama going to use those two freshmen this year, if at all, right? You have Tua coming back. You have Mac Jones, who looks to have solidified the backup quarterback position. But you have two young guns coming up. And only one quarterback can play going forward. When I think about those two younger quarterbacks, I'm not going to spend too much time on them today, but I mean, how much pressure is each of them facing? Think about it. Paul Tyson, the great-grandson of Bear Bryant, and Taulia Tagovailoa, the younger brother of Tua, who's done incredible things here at Alabama. Big shoes for both of those guys to fill moving forward. Again, if you want to read those articles, go to BamaInsider.com. If you're not a premium subscriber, look for the promo code at checkout, which is a free 30-day trial. The promo code is simply Roll Tide. If you're a college student, I also have a new deal for you, all right? If you're a college student, hey, we've all been broke. We've all been trying to just get by, week to week, month to month. So if you're a college student, email me about our college promotion. My email is kyle@bamainsider.com. All right, today on the show, I'm talking about 19 for 19. Which freshmen are most likely to feature, be impact players for Alabama during the 2019 season? I mean, come on. Alabama, the program of riches, right? And the freshmen continue to come in, continue to contribute at a very high level. Nick Saban, very excited about this class of 2019. And if you've been following BamaInsider.com, we've been also breaking down the film of the new summer enrollees. Alabama's getting 12 additional players to the roster this summer. Most of those guys are coming in at the end of May. Go to BamaInsider.com, look for the articles, the interviews. I'm even breaking down film. Watch for a guy like Byron Young, Christian Harris. I've already been breaking down those highlights, and my goodness, really excited about what each of those players are going to bring to this program. But today I'm talking about 5 players that could be impactful during the 2019 season. And right off the bat, you got to go with Will Reichard, who's a new kicker into Alabama, right out of Hoover, Alabama, actually. He kicks, he punts, looked great during A-Day. And this is an excerpt from Tony Tsoukalis, our team writer, his article on BamaInsider.com, asking which freshmen are most likely to feature at Alabama. Tsoukalis writes, Reichard is one of the top kickers in this year's class and was flawless on his kicks during A-Day, converting all 4 of his extra point attempts as well as a 43-yard field goal. The Hoover, Alabama native was perfect on all 109 extra points attempts in high school and should be welcomed as a relief for the Alabama team that missed an SEC worst 9 extra points last season. Wasn't it amazing last year? Alabama was just rolling through their season. Everything looked to be almost perfect on offense and on defense. But then you had these continued special teams errors that were so frustrating, right? Joseph Bolivas missing PATs, missing short field goals. It was tough to watch at times. And now with Will Reichard in, I think Alabama fans should certainly be excited, but also they're expecting improvement year over year. And I think you're going to get that from Will Reichard. Now, regarding him punting, I don't know if he's going to be Alabama's punter. I think that's going to be Skylar DeLong. He showed a lot of improvement year over year. And during the spring game, not a lot of people are talking about him. But he had a 54-yard punt that was really impressive. He's now a sophomore here at Alabama. And I think he's got to do it in the games, of course, because that's where he struggled. And then if you remember, Mike Bernier came on and ended up being Alabama's punter. But I think going forward this year, I think Skylar DeLong, it should be ready to go. So I think Will Reichard as your impact freshman as a kicker. He's going to be kicking PATs and probably I would think kickoffs is still Joseph Bolivas, though. So I think field goals and extra points, Will Reichard. Kickoffs, Joseph Bolivas, and then punter is Skylar DeLong. But I think Will Reichard, without a doubt, is going to get a ton of playing time. Now, the next player that Tsoukalos feels is going to get a ton of playing time this year is running back Trey Sanders. Trey Sanders, the incoming 5-star out of the IMG Academy, brings a ton of versatility to this running back unit. Now, you have Najee Harris, you have Brian Robinson, you have Jerome Ford, right? You have some big-time backs already returning. And Alabama did switch over Chadarius Townsend from receiver to the running back group. But I think you still need a player that brings a different dimension, a running back that can be somewhat of that scat back type back, someone who can catch the ball out of the backfield, turn it up, make an impact play, make that home run type play, and that's going to be Trey Sanders. You watch Trey Sanders' film, he can do it all. He's got speed, he's got power, but he's got that home run playmaking ability. And I'm not saying that Najee and Brian don't. Those are just they're bigger backs. Those two backs, at least from the times that we've seen them so far, they're built for that 3 to 4 to 5 yard per pop. Yes, obviously they can do some special things out on the field, but Trey Sanders is going to be that guy that you can give the football to, even late in the game, and he may reel off something special. Nick Saban alluded to a freshman running back coming into Alabama every year since he's been here and contributing. So I think Trey Sanders, he has high ambitions. I already said he's going to win the Heisman Trophy. Now, I think that's a little far-fetched, but I love the kid's goals. You got to have goals when you come in, especially when you come into Alabama in a crowded room of running backs. Another reason I think Trey Sanders is going to excel is because of running backs coach Charles Huff, the new running backs coach here at Alabama. If you don't know the history of Huff, read up on him. Coached at Penn State before he was at Mississippi State most recently. And guess who he coached up at Penn State? Yeah, Saquon Barkley. And he fared pretty well, right? So Huff working with not only Najee, Brian, Jerome Ford, Killian Robinson, Chadarius Townsend, but especially Trey Sanders. I think those two are not only going to gel, I think what Sanders is going to add to Alabama's backfield is going to be very dangerous. You're listening to the Talk of Champions with Kyle Henderson and BamaInsider.com, coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. If you're interested to become a premium subscriber on BamaInsider.com, simply go to the website at checkout. The promo code is ROLLTIDE. You get a free 30 days. You can join the Talk of Champions community. You can read all our premium coverage. Be a part of the community, Talk of Champions. Tons of Alabama Crimson Tide fans from all over the country, all over the world, talking on one forum, talking Alabama football, talking the best places to eat in Alabama. There's so much action that goes down on the Talk of Champions. So come be a part of our community. Check it out. Hit me up with any questions about becoming a subscriber to Kyle at BamaInsider.com. Third freshman that Tony Tsoukalos, our team writer, projects will be an impact player. This is a great one. DJ Dell as a defensive tackle. Here's an excerpt from Tsoukalos' article on BamaInsider.com. Outside of Reichard, the freshman best positioned to land a starting role is DJ Dell at defensive tackle. 6'3", 312 pounds. He's a nose guard that turned plenty of heads during the spring, earning a spot on the first team defense towards the end of camp. He recorded a sack during A-Day while helping Alabama's first team defense hold the offense to just 13 rushing yards off 22 carries. DJ Dell impressed everybody this springtime. I know a lot of people were talking about Antonio Alfano coming in and being an instant impact player, and I wouldn't obviously write off Antonio Alfano, but DJ Dell brings that special element that you need at defensive tackle, and he really impressed everybody. And DJ Dell really impressed everybody. A lot of people felt that it was going to be Fedarian Mathis that was going to be the defensive tackle going into the season, and it still could be. I mean, I think that's still a position battle when we go into August. But I think DJ Dell right now has the edge, looked fantastic during A-Day. And when you think that he's only a freshman, only a true freshman, early enrollee, very impressive. Rewind to Quentin Williams, who was just a one-year starter. And look where he's at now, playing for the New York Jets, as a first-round draft pick. And even Quentin Williams said, 16 months ago, just recently, he didn't even know he was a starter. Really impressive to see DJ Dell hop up and be in that first team defensive tackle role on Pete Golding's defense. I think, I don't think it's completely solidified that he's a starter, but what he's done right now has been impactful to just show up in December. He actually got here in December of 2018. There was a couple guys who showed up a little bit earlier before January. DJ Dell, Paul Tyson, and there was one more that showed up. There was 3 of them, and then the rest of the early enrollees got here in January. So DJ Dell, he's been here, looks great, and another player that should be highly impactful for the Crimson Tide in 2019. You're listening to the Talk of Champions with Kyle Henderson on BamaInsider.com. Weather's been beautiful. I hope you have a good weekend. Let me know where you're at in the comment box. Eager to see where our fans are from watching this YouTube channel, and excited to hear from you guys. I'm always excited to talk with you, especially when I do the call-in show. It's one of my favorite parts. I get to hear from you guys, so I'll definitely bring that up in the future. But today, we're just talking 19 for 19. We're talking about 5 true freshmen that can be impactful during the 2019 season. Next up, how about Shane Lee? I mean, my goodness, Shane Lee just really blew me away during the springtime. 6 foot, 250 pounds, completely jacked. I can't get out of my mind that interception that he had during A-Day, and he's running down the field. I mean, he looks like a fullback running like a receiver. It was crazy. And I don't think that inside linebacker position besides Dylan Moses is filled yet. So could Shane Lee potentially make a push during August as we look at position battles to be a starter for the Crimson Tide? I don't know. He's certainly battling with Josh McMillan and Markel Benton, but Shane Lee coming in and really turning heads for the Crimson Tide as a true freshman. I like everything that he brings. And one thing that I did question about Shane Lee was his athleticism. I just wanted to see him move. And we certainly saw that in A-Day when he really had a very impressive showing. That interception, like I said, a great highlight of A-Day in general. Now, lastly, another freshman that Tony Tsoukalos feels is going to be impactful this year is John Metchie. I mean, Metchie was the MVP during A-Day. 5 receptions, 133 yards. Kid was balling out. I really like about John Metchie, he's so smooth, right? Coming out of his routes. Catches the ball, turns it upfield. And it's hard to stand out in that receiver room when you have guys like Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Terrell Shavers. The list goes on and on. Slade Bolden, right? He's even turning heads this spring. But John Metchie, it seems like he's that next guy. So Alabama fans, I know you're worried looking forward that you're not going to have Jerry Jeudy for too much longer. Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith. But John Metchie is from that same fold, cut from that same cloth, a receiver that is very smooth, that is a playmaker, that can go up and get it. Was recruited by Josh Gaddis, the former receiver coach here at Alabama, now working with Holman Wiggins. I think Metchie is going to be someone very special, and I look forward to seeing what he can do as a freshman because, like I said, it's a crowded room of receivers at Alabama. Once again, you're listening to the Talk of Champions with Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. Today, we are continuing to talk 19 for 19. That's 19 impactful questions going into the 2019 season. Which freshman most likely to feature for Alabama during the 2019 season? We've talked about Will Reichard, the kicker, Trey Sanders at running back, DJ Zell at defensive tackle, Shane Lee at linebacker, John Metchie at receiver. Who do you think, when you look at Alabama's freshmen, will be impactful or make a push to get on the field during the 2019 season? That's my question for you. Sound off in the comment box. Again, which freshmen, besides the ones we have listed today, will be impactful during the 2019 season? I'm talking true freshmen. Let me know. Hey, once again, if you're a college student and you're listening, I got a special promo sign-up deal for you. So email me at kyle@bamainsider.com. Look, we've all been broke. I know it's tough to go to the website, to sign up, to see a paywall. But I can help you out if you're a college student, and I can help you out if you're not a college student. Just go to the website, look for the free 30-day trial. Promo code is ROLLTIDE at checkout. What do you have to lose? Come be a part of the community at Talk of Champions. The Talk of Champions forum. What do you have to lose to be a part of the Talk of Champions community on BamaInsider.com? It's our gigantic message board forum. We got a ton of topics all the time, even in the slow months of May. It's still just absolutely comedy sometimes, listening to these Crimson Tide fans talk about all sorts of stuff. We're breaking down Game of Thrones. We're talking the best places to eat. We're talking Trenton Watford and where he's going to commit to. Come on over. Be a part of the community. We look forward to having an opportunity to earn your business. Reporting from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, this is Kyle Henderson on the Talk of Champions. I'll be back again with another 19 for 19. Hit me up on Twitter, rivals_Kyle. Follow us on Twitter at Bama Insider, Instagram, Facebook. You know the drill. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be good people. I'm out.